everyone, welcome to the channel for the last battle report of the French Interregio. Last game we are playing another Swiss team, so we were a bit disappointed because obviously we are going to neutralize a little bit each other, or at least one of the team is going to go down where we wanted to place as high as possible with multiple Swiss team. So I was facing Thomas, is also part of the ETC Switzerland group. So nice to play him. Here you see my list, you know it already, and this was my opponent's list. Which is basically a very massive mass army, we could say. He has 2 blocking core, then he has 2 units of Raptor Rider that are really cheap for what they do. I think they're very powerful for the price. Then we have double Pterodon Rider that bring very good magic and also ability to chaff. 2 Carnosaur that bring some combat power, and then he has some Cayman Mentor that can be chaff or boost also the infantry block to be a bit stronger. So we have no need to pair general. Welcome to version 3.0, and the BSB is going to be the Coral Stone from the Tegu Mystic, so that's totally fine. He has also no need to play a mage, so he's just playing some cheap character and then mass army basically. Settings, we are playing the hidden agendas, which I don't like much, to be honest with you. You will see also why in this game. So basically my secondary objective, which is going to be the primary, is going to be to try to kill the Tegu Mystics, which obviously are going to be somewhere in his deployment zone, all the way in the back, because they are the BSB, so no need to expose them. And his secondary objective will be having more of his scoring unit in his deployment zone than my scoring unit. So basically starting the game with winning the secondary, and he doesn't need to do much to keep it, basically. So very hard for me to play it. We played Refuse Flank, and below you have the usual spell selection from both players. Here worth mentioning, we were playing under hotfix number 2, so Predator Instinct was still insane with the effect that was Area, and you will see in this game why it was so good. In my opinion, a matchup analysis quickly. So yeah, high number of threat. I expect a very standoff-ish game, very draw-ish game. Hidden agenda makes hard for the pairing to predict the outcome. So I don't like it much, to be honest. I like the other primary, but this one I think doesn't bring that much and can be very random. I should have maybe paid the tactician, the power that help you choose the secondary. Maybe it would have helped me. Estimation was drawish before the game, but obviously his objective is easy to win and mine really hard, so I'm starting the game by losing a little bit. We were playing the version where it was a -2+2, so basically we started the game at 8 to 12. Deployment wise, I wandered for side. I just gave him an impassable in the middle to try to split his army in 2, which works really well, and then he dropped everything for first turn. Very symmetric. We have on each flank Carnosaur, Pterodon, then a unit of cavalry, and then the 2 blocks in the middle. In the back you have the Mystics here that I need to try to kill, but it's going to be impossible no matter what. And then here another scoring unit. On my side, I basically chose to invest 2 units to block this flank, and the rest of my army to push this flank. So basically that's what I'm going to try to do. He got a +2 and he managed to roll enough to start the game, so we will see how that goes. His turn 1, yeah, he pushes the strong flank to establish a push line, and the rest here he stays where he is, more or less going to defend on this flank. So we both know what we are trying both to do. Magic phase, you get Predator Instinct on the left flank. So basically what he does in the magic phase is 4 dice Predator on the left and 4 dice Predator on the right, and basically the only thing I can do is choose where I want it to be cast. And the problem in this version, since it's Area, he was able to get here. In that case it was on the left, so those guys, the Carno, which is what mattered, and also those guys obviously, and the guys in the back, 5 units get +2 charge and reroll to wound from range attack, so resistance basically. So that's very powerful, both in zoning me and pushing me back, but also in neutralizing my shooting ability. So definitely the area option of this spell was here very strong, but it's gone. In the actual version it has been removed in the current version. So now it would be only affecting 1 unit, which I think is way more balanced, especially for such a spell that is easy, accessible, and to cast. Anyway, so that's what's going to do in most of the magic phase. My turn, I'm going to push. a little bit, but I don't find good opening because this unit is also zoning me quite far. Everybody's looking at me, so if I push too much, I get multi-charge and I'm going to lose heavily. Magic Face, I'm going to do 5d3, kill 11 skinks. I failed the +1 to hit on the tank, and basically my tank, I didn't move it to hit him on the 3+ against his Carnosaur, which is 4 shot on a 3+, 4+ to reroll due to the Predator Instinct. Then he has a 6+ armor save, and then I get multi-wound 2. I'm going to fail to do anything this turn. His turn 2, he push a bit more on the left, defend a bit more on the top. That's going to be what's happening most of the game or all the game long. He gets Swarm of Insect, does 1 wound to my Lamassu, and gets this time Predator Instinct on the top of the map, because I knew that now I wanted to do wounds on this Carnosaur, so I need to dispel it on the bottom part, but this basically stops me from pushing also too much on the top of the map, which is what I wanted to achieve. So very complicated here. Yeah, my turn already. He's not doing more, it's just basically sitting in the back, doing Predator Instinct and waiting for me to try to take risk. Magic Face, yeah, I push forward, but nothing crazy to mention. I didn't move the tank. Magic Face, another Pyro Flow, I kill 7 skinks. I fail the Fireball on 2 dice. Tank shoots the Carno, this time 3+, 4+, no reroll, and 6+ armor save. He managed to do 1 armor save and I do 0 wound. So a bit unlucky here, I expected to do slightly more than that. We move on to his turn 3, nothing crazy, stays where he is. Yeah, like I said, Predator Instinct this time again on the right. I'm trying to do something with the tank, my turn 3. So I still have those guys covering the tank. I leave him with long charge, I don't move the tank to shoot again the Carnosaur, expecting to do something. Here I was able, I think, to move out of arc, to push a bit those guys, to tempt him to charge me, and then I could flee and counter charge with Incarnate. So I'm trying stuff, but he's just trying to defend, so it's not going to happen anything. I get another Pyro Flow, kill some more skink, so they are almost dead. The tank is going to do this time on 3+, 4+, 6 up armor save, multi-wound 2, managed to do 4 wounds to the Carnosaur, but I'm taking 0 points and it's just going to back off away from me, and I'm not going to see those points again. His turn 4, continuing to defend. Magic Face, I miscast the Predator Instinct this time, so I'm going to be able to dispel it on my turn, so that's going to be the single time in the game where I'm going to be able to get rid of it due to miscast. Nothing else crazy happening. My turn, I push, I managed to get another Pyro Flow and kill all the remaining skinks, so finally points. Pushing a bit forward, but nothing too crazy. I don't find any good openings, to be honest. And he still has those guys that he can activate as chaff in case I would push too much. So I don't find very good options. Yeah, what do I get? Nothing else crazy. I think I shot a bit at those guys here, the cavalry, but didn't do anything. He's turn 5, just moved back. I get Predator somewhere, and that's about it. My 5, I think he took it, yeah, he had Predator here on the top. My 5, I push forward, try to get some shots here, try to take more points. Shooting here as well, I think, or maybe here this time. I don't remember, but yeah, I push forward, try to get those guys here to maybe get another wound. Luckily, that would be nice, but I'm not going to happen. Magic Face, I kill 5 Saurus with another Pyro Flow. I get some more wounds with a Fireball and the Bastion and the tank shot at the cavalry and kill 3, so I finally high roll, but for nothing, to be honest. His 6, he moves in the back, and my 6, I will completely forgot that I could shoot the Cayman here in the middle to take those points, and that would be another point on the total score. So it's a bit unlucky because that's just a point I'm missing. Instead, I shot everything at the Saurus, but still he had more than the quarter, so I took no points here. And instead, I just should have shot at his Cayman and took the points from that. So yeah, a bit bad choice to finish the game, and that's about it. So very frustrating game, nothing really happening. My opponent just sits on the secondary, and I'm trying to grab something, but with so many units on the table, it was basically, I didn't find a way to really push him. I found way too risky to push more. So close game. They just played on the primary advantage. I found no way to break the standoff. He has too many units. The early game tank shots, I think, could have opened the left flank. Thinking about turn 2 before the turn 3 where I managed to do 4 wounds. So I could have potentially killed it, take some points, push the tank forward because I don't care too much about the charge of the cavalry alone. So I think that could have been a way to open a bit the game, but didn't happen. Huge job from Pyro. Yeah, he let through 6, or every turn he let me have Pyro flow. So that did a huge job against those Res 2 skinks. So happy to take those points. And like I said, turn 6 I could have killed the Kaiman to get on the points. Yeah, I found really a very frustrating game, because for me it sums up some of the problem that the version 3 still has. I think the one from Shamanism now has been taken care of with the removal of the aura, so I think that's totally fine, or that's way better, we should say. But I think still the issue of no general, you can then play, I saw some really crazy lists, which I think is not really what the staff intended to do with version 3.0. I saw lists really with mass army, plenty of infantry unit overall, no general, no magic, no nothing, no BSB sometimes if you don't need to, or if you can get it on unit like here, the Coral Stone, and you just have too many models on the table. And I think for me the fact that we have no general is also fluff-wise doesn't make really sense. I like the fact that there is a battle line and there is a general. And you have a risk also for the general, and you have those extra points if you kill him. That's something that I'm really missing from the current version. And I think this list was also a good display of that. I mean, it has so many units on the table. And yeah, doesn't need to invest anything into a character that is going to be giving some extra points if he dies. So that's something also to hunt for. So I think that was a bit of a problem. And like I said, I don't like hidden agenda at all. But I think that was also due to the fact that those secondary objectives were unbalanced at the time we played. And they are improving, we should say. So I need to try it again with the new version. Maybe it's probably better, I would say. But still a problem with those mass army. Like I said, I saw some crazy dwarf list like with 20 units. The same, I think we should limit the number of occurrence you can take from a single unit. And then it's having a look about the balance in the game. And maybe I would probably put back the general, mandatory general in the list. I think that's something really missing at the moment. But that's my personal opinion. We will see what happens in the upcoming months with the version 3.0. Anyway, moving back to the game, we won 71, mainly due to the big win we were able to get from Andy. That was well placed from the pairing. And yeah, we got a good win, but not a cap, which is not going to be enough to win the tournament this time. We won it for 3 years in a row, I guess, but not this time. This time, despite winning all 5 rounds, there is a team that we beat that were able to climb above us due to the pairing process. But I will talk more about that in the conclusion video that I usually do. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. Sorry for this battle report. It was a bit frustrating to play, frustrating to analyze as well. So sorry about that, but like you know, I'm displaying all my games, so sometimes they are a bit less interesting. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.